Well, hey there. Welcome back to the channel. If it's not a welcome back and it's the first time you're here, then please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. So this week I got my iPhone 12 Pro Max that came in, and I'm going to need to replace my iPhone 11 Pro. So I wanted to figure out which one took better photos. Was it worth the upgrade? I thought I'd head out to the desert since I live across from it and get some photos and then do some nighttime shots. So let's step out and see what we get. Now that the fun part is over, taking the pictures, we'll hop into Lightroom, do a quick comparison. To me, it was really obvious which camera was doing a much better job. So I won't go through every picture, but we'll pick out a few select ones and I'll point out what I saw that I thought was different and what I thought made a big difference. Went out during golden hour, so I had excellent lighting for all of these photos. The desert itself is very beige and not a lot of color. So going out in golden hour allowed there to be a lot more contrast and a lot more things to see. I then went back out after dark and took a few more photos, and we will see how they compared. I even did one with the front-facing camera. So let's dive into the first photo. So we'll keep the iPhone 12 Pro Max on the left side of the screen, and the 11 Pro will always be on the right side. And this picture is a decent illustration of what I found on almost all of them. The white balancing on the 12 Pro was just better. The pictures seemed more even, whereas the 11 Pro introduced a lot of yellow and the pictures weren't as crisp. This shot was taken out of the direct sunlight, so it was kind of more of an overcast feel to it. And I don't know what was going on with the 11 Pro, but you can see that blue haze that it's kind of putting over this image. Everything's got that hue to it. And the 12 Pro on the left was just so much brighter, so much more vivid. For some reason, there was this box spring mattress just kind of leaned up against the tree. But again, as you can see, far more yellowing on the 11 Pro than there is on the 12. And the 12 just is a plainer, clearer image. You can see the sky is exposed quite differently. So here's a shot through the tree right as the sun was getting down into some crook area in the trunks of the tree where it split apart. And this is evident of a lot of what I saw too. The lens flare is far different on the 11 Pro than it is on the 12. The 12 is just handling that bright spot so much better. Sun was almost completely down at this point, and I thought this photo really represented kind of the sharpness of the 12 Pro Max. So if you look at the tree trunk on the left as opposed to the right, there's just far more detail, color, just a lot more data within the photo itself. I took this shot for two reasons. One was I wanted to compare the zoom, the 2 by on the 11 Pro versus the 2.5 by on the 12 Pro. I thought the mountains looked really cool, the way the sun was hitting them right as it was setting. And I mean, you can tell from this photo again that there's just, that zoom actually makes a bigger difference than I thought it would. I didn't think it would be zoomed in that much at only a 0.5 more, but it looked really good. And colors are nice. It's really sharp. Good picture. So this one's obviously right. Just a tiny bit of the sun is left. We've got a lot of contrast between the sky and the ground. The 12 Pro on the left exposed better for the sky, I think, and probably for the ground as well. I think that my style, I kind of like a darker image anyway. But on the right, I mean, the 11 didn't do too bad, but you can see you lose a lot of detail. So now we're in total darkness, and the light source here is just the light on the front of my garage. And I wanted to test the front-facing camera. The 12 here again, just exposed better. Here we've got that lens flare again on the 11 Pro versus the 12. The 12 did a nice job handling the street light. It's exposed pretty well. I do like the 11 Pro, the way it brings that blue out from the city lights off in the distance. But the reason why I took this shot originally is because our next shot, and which is the last one, is a close-up of the fire hydrant. And I kind of wanted to give a sense of this is where the light is, so you could have a better gauge of how each camera is doing. And the last one, and in this lighting condition, 12 Pro really shines when compared to the 11. The 11 just didn't know quite how to set the white balance for this photo, whereas the 12, I think, got it spot on. That is real close to the yellow that we get on that fire hydrant. And the sky looks much better. It's just a better, even overall exposure to the entire image. And there you have it. 12 Pro Max versus the 11 Pro, and the 12 Pro Max, I think, hands down in those lighting conditions, just kind of destroyed the 11 Pro. I was surprised at how much better it performed. So for me, that's what it's going to be. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe or hit the like button. Actually, both. Let's do both. Smash the like. Is that what the kids are saying nowadays?